What's going on, guys? And today I wanted to talk about the New Orleans Pelicans in a tough fought game. Hey, they went through a scoring drought in the fourth quarter, but they rallied. Brandon Ingram, Jonas Valanciunas. Also, somebody, if you guys haven't done this yet, I was doing this during halftime. Look at Jonas Valanciunas' stats. His first few years with the Raptors, and then when he got traded to Memphis, and since being, left the Raptors, the completely different player he's become. Insane, Jonas Valanciunas. Brandon Ingram's a dog and a leader. CJ McCollum. I first want to say shout out to New Orleans Pelicans for betting on themselves at the trade deadline, and now they'll be playing the Los Angeles Clippers. And the San Antonio Spurs gave them a run for their money. Okay, we got to give the Spurs the respect. I'll talk about the Spurs later, but this was one hell of a performance. Brandon Ingram dropping 20-plus points. Same thing with Jonas Valanciunas. CJ McCollum having a 30-plus point game. And then you had Herbert Jones is a guy all season long. I mean, he was drafted in the second round because he was a 4-year starter at Alabama. But if you looked at what he did at Alabama, slowly but steadily and surely, fundamentally just improving, and came into the NBA, and arguably next year will probably be an all-NBA defensive team member. Only reason he didn't make it this year was because he was a rookie, and it's just bias. And he's a guy who, something very underrated about him is his playmaking skills. I know he doesn't every night have a bunch of assists, but tonight he had one assist that stuck out in my mind. It was when they ended the Spurs run. Herb Jones attacked the basket baseline from the left side, and a Spurs defender closed out on him. I believe it was Josh Richardson, and he just, dumped the ball off to Jonas Valanciunas, who got the shot over Jokic Poeltl. And that was a big point, a big moment in the game in the end of the fourth, and I was just like, that's Herb Jones right there for you guys. He just does a little bit of everything, and it's just not even fair at how good he is. So this is where I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Look, we got Nance, Marshall. Devontae Graham kind of lost his job to Jose Alvarado, let's be honest. And, look, Trey Murphy really got himself figured out, starting to figure himself out. I know he didn't have a good game, but he knows what he has to do and just launch threes and grab rebounds and play defense. He's a big body for being technically a wing, or he can play the guard position. But I think this Pelicans could beat the Clippers. We'll talk about that in my later video, but as I look at this team, I think they could give that Clippers team some trouble, okay? And that's what I'm thinking. It's not going to be fun for them if they're going to have to, face up against them, because dang. So yeah, I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. What do you guys think of this team? Are you guys on the same page as me, or is this just me about this? I think this is a good team. I think it's been fun to watch, and we're going to continue to see them grow. So that's where I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. What do you think of this team? Are you guys on the same page as me, or is this just me? So that's basically my thoughts. I mean, congratulations. Okay. Also, shout out Jonas Valanciunas. There was a play. So DeJounte Murray tried to block Jonas Valanciunas, and Murray was on the ground, and it was literally 3 minutes left in the game, and the Pelicans were fast breaking. Instead of literally leaving DeJounte Murray on his feet and just saying F you and running up court, he literally goes down, picks up nicely around his shoulders, picks up DeJounte Murray and puts him on his feet, make sure he's okay, and then runs out. That's sportsmanship. That is sportsmanship. Okay, he took the time, instead of going down and taking advantage of a 4v5 fast break, he picked up DeJounte Murray to make sure he was okay and he was on his feet before Valanciunas ran down the court. Jonas Valanciunas, you are a sportsman. Okay, you are a true sport. I love that.